The biome I researched is the chaparral. The biome's current location in the Americas is the west coast of US and South America. In the Africas, it is located at Cape Town of South Africa, and it is located at the western tip of Australia. And in the Mediterranean Sea, it is located at the coastal areas. The chaparral has many abiotic factors, and three of these factors are periodic fires, which is common due to the dryness in the area, poor nutrient soils, hence why there are many shrubs and not many trees in the area. And the third one is that there's a lot of mountains that can be seen from this biome. One of the native plants in this biome is the blue oak tree. The blue oak tree has an extensive root system of 80 feet for groundwater so that it can preserve as much water and as efficiently as it can to survive during the harsh conditions of the biome. It also has a waxy coating around itself so that it could survive stress and it could survive dehydration. Another one of the native plants that is in the chaparral is the red shanks chaparral. They sprout in response to fire so that they could reproduce even despite being burned. And this likewise as the blue oak tree, they also avoid drought with the use of the long root systems to preserve as much as water as they can during the dry weathers of the chaparral. The third and what I consider most unique native plant in the chaparral is the coyote brush. One of the tricks of the coyote brush use is to take on different shapes depending on where it lives. So in dunes, ridges, and plains, they are shaped by the salt spray and winds, and because of that, they blow to the ground and form ground cover. In protected places like moist canyons and northwest slopes, they grow into tall, erect to mountain shrubs. But one of the best features is that it's fire retardant. So that means that because of its genetic makeup, it is unable to catch fire, or at the very least, has a low chance to be caught on fire compared to other plants in the biome. Like plants, there are also unique native animals in the chaparral. One of the native animals in chaparral is the dingo. The dingo has three different howls for long distance communications, such as to attract pack members or to give any warnings if there's any problem going nearby. Their color also helps them camouflage between the grass and their prey. The second animal is the great gray kangaroo. It has two adaptations. One of them is its long tail, which helps it be in balance despite any outside forces acting upon it. And the second is its hind legs. And because of its legs, it is able to have a better agility. And due to this agility, it is able to avoid predators like the dingo. The final species in this biome is the black-tailed jackrabbit. The jackrabbit has huge ears, and by using these ears, it is able to regulate its body heat by increasing or decreasing the blood flow throughout its ears. This helps the jackrabbit to absorb heat or cool off, and it is extremely useful in the chaparral because of its wide range of different temperatures. Now, like any other biome, there is also cooperation and competition in the chaparral to sustain itself. One type of cooperation in this biome is mutualism between the yucca plant and the yucca moth. Here, the moths put a ball of pollen in the stigma of the flower, and by this, the yucca moth is able to get its own type of food, and the yucca plant is able to reproduce within other plants. It is also known that without the yucca moths, the yucca plant cannot ever reproduce, no matter where it is. There is also a type of commensalism in the biome, and that is between the red-winged blackbird and the Torrey pine tree. The Torrey pine tree has occasionally drops seeds down in the ground, and the blackbird just eats the seeds. But the blackbird does not help benefit the tree nor hurt it. And like any other biome, it has a unique climate. It rains only about 10 to 17 inches per year, and the temperature is known to range from 30 degrees Fahrenheit to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. The winter is known to be very moist, while the summer is known to be very dry and hot. Three of the endangered animals in this region are the California gnatcatcher, the coast horned lizard, and the California condor. Due to the loss of the California gnatcatcher, there has been an increase in the amount of pesticides, pests, and the biome. The California gnatcatcher is known to catch any different types of pests such as gnats, and now that the fact that they're almost extinct, there's a lot more gnats that are able to reproduce and are able to harm the environment. Like the California gnatcatcher, the coast horned lizard is also an insectivore, but the difference is that it mainly eats ants. And because of the fact that they are almost endangered, this has caused a high influx of population of ants in the biome. And due to this, there has been more tension for the area to support these types of ants, such as the harvester ants. Last but not least is the California condor. The California condor is a scavenger which eats dead animals' meat. And because of the high decline of the scavenger, there has been a higher increase of the amount of dead biomass in the biome. Because of this extra biomass, there the biome was prone to many types of new bacteria and diseases that could spread out and consume and that could cause many pandemics. To help preserve the California gnatcatcher, the public has put it in the National Community Conservation Planning, or also known as the NCCP, where here they're able to isolate the California gnatcatchers and help them repopulate once again. For the preservation of the coast horned lizard, the species has been involved in these HCPs, the California Department of Correction Statewide Electrified Fence Project, the El Sabernet Landfill HCP, the Fieldstone, Lacoste, and City of Carcibard, Lake Maggi's Multiple Species Habitat Conservation Plan, and etc. And because of this, they're able to spike back up in population. And finally, to help preserve the California condors, the U.S. admitted California Condor Recovery Plan, for which at 1987 Easter Sunday, they captured the only 22 condors in existence and put all of them in captivity so that they could reproduce faster. Like any other biome, this biome also has its own invasive species, and the species are the pampas grass, the crimson fountain grass, and the Argentina ants. The pampas grass damages the biome by slowing down the growth of plants around it. The reason they slow down the growth is by stealing the stored amount of water in this biome, and they also increase the potential of wildfires due to the dryness. The crimson fountain grass. The reason why um, these invasive species are harmful for the environment is because of their high adaptability. Because of this, they're able to grow anywhere in this biome and stealing space for themselves. So as a result, many plants cannot grow there because of the quick widespread of this plant. And likewise as the pampas grass, they're also known to create wildfires. Finally, the Argentina ants. These ants are considered harmful because they steal up the habitats of the coastal lizards, and as a result of this caused a huge decline in the coastal lizards because there's no place for them to live. Now is the time for the fun facts of this biome. First, some of the plant seeds in this biome remain dormant till they are touched by fire. The second one is that most animals are nocturnal. And the third one is that the chaparral comes from the word the shrub oak, because mainly due to the high amount of shrubs in the chaparral. Like many other biomes, humans were able to also impact this chaparral too. One of the impacts that they did was the building of factories. These factories have resulted in the increase of pollution in the environment. And pollution, as we know, increases the temperature, or at the very least causes global warming. But in a climate that's already very dry and very hard, and that is already prone to wildfires, and when it gets even more harder, it causes more wildfires, and this causes damage because there's more wildfires, and some plants are not suitable for this continuous amount of wildfires. The second is the building of houses and other stores in the chaparral. Because of this, there's habitat destruction, which causes animals to either forcefully leave or adapt to the new urban environment, and usually boredom ends up killing them. The final and what might some people might consider the most important human impact is the introduction of non-native species into chaparral. Examples such as the pampas grass, crimson fountain granite, and the Argentina ants have shown that due to this invasive species, it has caused many animals to become extinct or at least hopefully or just endangered.